Hey guys, welcome back from the news. You guys remember BBC, the baseball card exchange? That's right, Steve Hart here in the Burgundy, the guy who authenticated the fake first edition base Pokemon case. Yep, the we all got duped agreed guy. That's the guy we're talking about here. The guy who authenticated the cardboard case of boxes in around 30 minutes. Same guy who didn't know what the set was. Same guy who wouldn't authenticate a single box outside of a case. The tape guru who didn't even match the stop tape to that era. That's him. That's who we're dealing with. That's who we're looking back on today. That's who is coming up again. Why is he coming up again? Stay tuned and find out. So, I guess, is anyone surprised that we have another big oopsie doopsie from BBCE? I know some people brushed it off, the whole fake case thing, as him only knowing sealed sports product. Important to note that he was no longer supposed to be grading Pokemon booster packs for PSA. He was grading them for PSA. I know. Surprise, surprise. But he would continue with PSA for the sports end of things. Is that a good idea? Not in my opinion, but you know what? It's sometimes you just gotta take whoever claims that they know what they're doing. So let's, I guess we'll continue as usual. Whatever, right? It'll be all right. Well, seems not. Okay, so we're going to look back at episode 14 of the Logan Paul fake case. This is pretty important and pretty funny that this is coming up because this is where we find the box in question, the new box in question, the now oopsie doopsie sports card mistake that is seemingly a mistake, maybe not a mistake. So Triple Double made a video with Steve about an extremely sketchy reassembled box of 86-87 Fleer basketball cards. You know, the one with the Michael Jordan rookie card. It's been a few months, so we're going to watch some clips from that episode as a refresher. Keep in mind, BBCE authenticated the box. The packs that were added through PSA, I guess they cracked PSA packs to put into the box to replace the packs that were sketchy. But this whole conversation is just all around ridiculous. But here's the highlights of that, and then we'll get into what happened with this box, where did it end up, and why does it look even worse at this point in time.
We had the one pack that had, I'll say, popped open, and the only reason I say it popped open is because if it wasn't something that had been searched, I don't think they would have left that Jordan sticker.
Nope. Your one pack that had popped open, it was only one side of the flap that had come open.
Oh. And
the inner, I call it the inner guts of the wrapper, were still sealed the way they should be. So the second underneath flap had not come open.
Yeah.
But the original flap had come open enough that I couldn't include that pack in the box. That's why we needed to come up with another pack to put in there.
It sounds like regardless, when you run into a situation this,
maybe it's just me, but if something like barely popped or like just came open a little bit, I think I'd still rather have all the packs that were from the box. I get that it's not really something that you can 100% guarantee, but it's still weird that you're purposely altering the contents or the pack contents of the box, like swapping out a pack because something came open a little bit.
Something has popped open from its seal, you've got to replace it.
Yes, especially when it had, there's a few certain boxes out there where we'll let a few slide. Now they can only barely be popped to the point where they just come unattached.
So apparently there's a certain degree of flappiness that you can make exceptions to the rule. I think if it's just not full flapped open, you probably just leave it be.
That there's always going to be a pack or two where the back has slightly popped, and we'll let a couple of those slide. In your instance, it had popped and kind of been pushed back enough to the point where we just couldn't include it.
So 2 problem packs. First problem pack naturally popping open. Maybe someone did a little peeky weeky. And second one, someone just full on committed resealage. Very weird here at the end of this clip that we're about to watch that Steve doesn't know or can't say exactly how or why it was resealed. Just that it was some sort of reseal. You would think that you would know if they used glue or heat or whatever. Otherwise, how do you even know that it was resealed? Do you just forget?
That one sounded like somebody actually broken the seal and maybe gone into it, or what did you?
No, I don't think they did. I think maybe they peeled it back enough to see it was Michael Jordan's sticker, and then put it back into the box, but didn't compromise it or take the card out.
So what about the other pack that was?
There was one pack in there that had been tampered with and reheated and reglued in some way. I had an 86 Fleer box come in once, like yours, and every pack had Scotch tape on the back, holding the pack together. Now, I told him, he's like, I did that back in 1986 because, I worried that maybe in 30 years they would pop open. And I said, well, that's great. I can't authenticate it because in this case, the appearance is even worse than the actuality. Somebody's going to open that box and say, what the hell is Steve doing? He has no idea what he's doing anymore.
I feel like I'd be doing everyone a disservice if I didn't make a little joke here about how he should have just verified the tape. Triple Double asks Steve what he has to disclose or what he should disclose, what's ethical. Let's take a listen to his question.
Given that I have a box that has been built, but obviously authenticated, which is great, and I'm super excited, given all the things that probably happen with these boxes. But I have those two packs, and we know that one has a Jordan sticker on the back, and the other one has the Kareem sticker on the back.
Right.
Is there any reason that I wouldn't tie that back into this box? Because it sounds like from a disclosure standpoint, I'm going to need to tell everybody everything you know already. So maybe that's my first question. From a disclosure standpoint, what is the right thing to do when I go to sell this?
All right, Steve, this is it. He's putting the ball on the tee for you. All you have to do is swing. Just give us a nice, ethical, 100% honest, disclose everything about it.
Like the letter that I wrote for that box. Yeah.
Man, I thought the sticker was bad and the wrap was bad. But this takes the cake. This looks like something that I would have pieced together when I was in grade 3. We have an 8x10 piece of paper. It looks like he's short of the logo using like notepad. And he just laminate. Like what are your customers doing with these certificates that you need to laminate them? Are they beating off all over them? Like, do they need to be able to wash them down or hose them down afterwards? Like, how in the world can you think this looks even remotely professional?
I call it a 36-pack box, which among the industry means that it's a partially built box. Like I said, those aren't the original 36 packs in that box that Fleer put in that box. Most of them probably are, but a few of them came from different locations to make it full.
So I don't know if it's Steve calls it or the industry calls it. He kind of like flips back and forth here. I would think that you would call it a built box instead of just hoping someone assumes that your 36-pack box means that some of them were swappy-doppied. Maybe a little bit dishonest to newbies. And or if that maybe that's not even a real thing. You call it a 36-pack box, but you kind of leave out the most important part, that it's not the original 36 packs. Like, that would never fly in Pokemon. But yeah.
That's all you need to disclose, because that's what it is. It is 36 packs that are untampered with. I've already mentioned it's not the original 36 packs, so we've already given about the details. The fact that there was a pack in there I didn't like and a pack in there that was open has been rectified.
Mm-hmm.
So this was put here by Triple Double on the screen, which says, I ended up having to buy 2 PSA graded 8 packs from BBCE. They then cracked a case of each and put them in the box. So how did BBCE grade those themselves and have them sent back to themselves to grade? Or did they buy them from someone? In which case, they still made money for authenticating the packs, and now we're making money selling the authenticated packs that they're cracking out of the slab to put in your box to replace the packs that probably should have just stayed in there. I mean, there's the second pack. It sounds like the second pack was tampered with, but he can't even tell you how it was tampered with, how it was resealed. He mentions glue. He mentions reheat. Did either of those actually happen? I'm hoping that he at least showed you. It looks like Triple Double still has the packs themselves, so it would be interesting to know if there was actually any sign of tampering or if it was just open a little bit. We've seen already with Rusty TCA, he had a bunch of packs that he sent for grading with PSA. They went to Steve, they got opened, and they got returned to Rusty. And only after he contacted them multiple times, and I gave them shit about it as well, that he got it resolved. But like, what is he doing with the packs? Is it just like, maybe it's him opening them, maybe he's diddling them enough that they come open, and then he gets to sell 2 PSA graded 8 packs that he cracks out. And man, too many fingers in one butthole.
And people will say, well, you know, if there's 34 good packs in there and 2 resealed ones, and we take the 2 resealed ones out and replace it with 2 good ones, you know, is that right? Is that morally ethical to do that? Well, the reason we finally decided it is because people do that and ship it to me. I have no way of telling.
Now, I don't know if that's something that you should necessarily be excited or proud about. It seems like you find that pretty enjoyable. But I don't, is that like a free pass to, you can modify anything you want? Because if you can't tell or people can't tell, then what difference does it make? It's terrible, terrible logic. I don't know. I don't like any of it. I think maybe just have the packs as packs if they're not a complete box of packs, and call it a day.
And are there some good auction houses that you think are especially reputable that you would recommend?
Oh yeah, there's a handful of them. Golden Auctions.
I was recently alerted to the situation at hand, first by Card Porn, who made a post on Instagram regarding the recent series or videos that have been put out by Sports Card Radio. I'll have a link to them in the description. I suggest you guys take a look at these videos in full. We're going to cover the details. I'm going to show some clips from that. But yeah, this is wild. This is absolutely wild. It seems like a reoccurring thing here. People are getting duped every single direction. It always kind of blows my mind that these companies, whatnot, whoever else, Liquid Marketplace, they end up with very little interaction on their posts of very expensive items and exciting things. Like if you're saying you're doing the biggest giveaway ever, but then you have like 5 comments, 6, 7 comments here. Weird, all around weird. Obviously not working for you. Maybe you gotta go in a different direction there. But here's the post. Here's where the Whatnot is doing the giveaway on the box. We can match up the seal on it. The baseball card exchange players are going to be in the same spot. They're going to be stretched the same way. This is the box in question. This is the one that we're looking at, and this is the one that we're going to follow the trail on. Here we'll take a look at Sports Card Radio, who links it to the box that was sold through Golden. Again, very easy to do so when everything is serialized, no matter if it's a crappy printout that's done by BBCE and some shrinky-dinky wrap. You're probably not replicating that stuff, so.
The back, so let's roll this clip right now.
Here's this box here, if you ever see one of these. This is the one we'll be opening packs from. 86 Fleer, and you know who we're looking for, and not just Jordan, but many other really big players there.
Okay, we're gonna stop it right here, and you can see on the back of this box, 86-87 Fleer box, that was supposedly the one given away, it says X0851 sticker on it. And now I want to take you over to Kenny Golden's website, and it appears that this box with the same sticker on it, X0851, sold on June 25th for $168,000. I also want to add that in the Golden description, Steve Hart, the owner of BBCE, the person who authenticated this box, says the outer box was white and clean, box was beautiful, packs were nice too. He continues, these 36 packs are untampered and legit. So, hey, it's one thing if you can't authenticate a first edition Pokemon box.
We all got duped. Agreed?
So also weird, why didn't it come with that laminated sheet that kind of would have explained more details? Maybe it should have came with a better description. Maybe it should have came with a link to the video where Steve explains that, hey, this box is reassembled. I changed 2 packs out. They were questionable. Apparently they were all questionable, as we'll see, but all right, so Sports Card Radio has a clip here. We're going to see the cards coming out in alphabetical order, or I guess reverse alphabetical order. It's weird. It's like someone probably had sets of these cards in alphabetical or numerical order and replaced the cards from the packs without shuffling them in any way. So let's take a little look at this.
Johnson. Magic Johnson. I think that right there would already beat anything my man Jeff would have pulled. Frank Johnson. These might be my long-lost cousins. Eddie Johnson. The whole Johnson family here. Dennis Johnson.
And here's your boy, Pac-Man, doing the exact same thing.
Steve Johnson. Another Johnson. Another Johnson. So nice you got him thrice. Magic Johnson. 4 bro, what? And Patrick Ewing. All right.
And here's your boy Blez opening a pack with a Jordan card where all the cards are actually in alphabetical order.
One of the best Knicks ever.
It's coming. It's coming.
No,
Come on.
no.
Come on. Come on, Dustin. Come on.
Stop it!
Stop it.
No, come on.
I need more energy from the
People know the
Lord, my
correlation.
come. Get the energy
We
up
know
in
the
the building.
correlation. They know
Get the energy in the room.
No,
Come on.
they know it's coming, Reed.
Is it coming?
They know the
Come on.
trigger. It's coming.
Come on.
We're sweating. We're sweating. No! Michael Jordan!
Oh my god, my ears. All right, so this is not supposed to happen. Clearly they should all know. We've already seen Card Collector 2 got himself into a little bit of trouble with the Marks cards thing where he was submitting through, they were submitting through each other, and then he got tied up in the bankruptcy oopsie doopsie that was Marks cards. We had, what are this, like backyard breakers or whatever, that apparently they ran off with a card or something that they pulled on stream. This is all kinds of sketchy. When you got these influencers who already kind of found themselves in trouble mixing dicks with whatnot, I don't know. It's probably a recipe for disaster. Then you toss BBCE in there. You put some baseball wrap over top of it, and Golden gives it a little slap on the ass out the door. I don't. What do you guys expect here? Like, how are people not seeing this yet? Do you not see what's going on? The whole thing is a mess. It's a whole bunch of messy dick people messing each other's dicks up. It's ridiculous. It's absolutely insane. And how did they think that this was just gonna fly with everyone? Clearly, people are gonna catch on. Thanks to Sports Card Radio. Can't thank them enough for assembling this. For catching on to this, because as a non-sports enthusiast, it's not really something that I'm going to catch on to, especially, the people at Blowout, a lot of them will catch on to this stuff, but at least somebody is making it public. We got Between Card Porn, Sports Card Radio. I think they're doing a pretty good job here. And hopefully people see this for what it is. Okay, so for anyone that's wondering, yes, there were Jordan cards, but they all graded extremely low. The thing with that is that they graded low enough that someone could have easily swapped them out and still made a lot of money. Someone that's going to put cards back in there in alphabetical order maybe didn't understand the order that they were supposed to come out in, didn't take the time to do that, didn't think someone would realize if they did open it. I want to know, when do you guys think the cards were swapped out? It basically could have been any point prior to the BBCE wrap, which didn't change over time. I don't think anyone replicated that. And how did or will the contents of the 2 swapped out packs that Triple Double had turn out? I think we need to take a look at those. Were those also in alphabetical order? And then if the 2 packs that were added to the box by Steve were also in reverse alphabetical order rather than the proper order, what does that tell us? Have a good night. Bye.